Welcome everybody to Chicago White Sox Draft Only Franchise. We have made it to the month of July. This episode typically has the Futures game and the draft as the main focus. As I said earlier in this final season, we are not going to focus on those two things this year because the draft pretty much is meaningless. This will be the last season for this particular franchise because MLB 25 just came out. I'd like to wrap this up so I can start my Tampa Bay franchise. So I will do the draft and just show you the player ratings at the very end. I'm not even going to show the whole draft. We're just going to do the draft, and at the end I'll show you who we got and who was available. Futures, we're just going to go real quickly through the box score. I don't need to show any more of that. First thing I'm going to do though is while we were down in the minor leagues looking at our players in that AAA game with Lehigh Valley and Charlotte, I noticed that Dan Johnson, catcher, he's 25 years old, and the dude is hitting .322. He's got 73 contact righties, 81 contact lefties with 81 clutch. He's got really good fielding. His only weakness really is no power, and his arm isn't the strongest. But .322, we can definitely use some contact at the major league level. Dan Johnson, I would love to bring him up to the major league level. Caro's doing okay, but his only have 59 contacts against righties with only a 58 clutch. And Cole Carrig, while he's doing decent and limited at bats, he does provide backup at short in all three outfield positions. He is not going to be a starting caliber guy. So what I would like to do, first of all, I have to remove someone for the 40-man roster, and I already figured out who that's going to be. It's going to be Chase Chaney, even though he's pitching well, 2.90 ERA in 90 innings. He is no longer in our plans at the major league level. We've got Kevin McCann and Marcel Acevedo. That would be our number 1 and 2 call-ups if we needed to. And even Woody Phelps now in Co-9 would be usable at the major league level. So if we lose Chase Chaney to waivers, it's worth it to me. We'll just throw in one of these other B guys and move up a AA pitcher. But I want to remove Chase Chaney from the 40-man. He's going to have to go through waivers now. That frees up a spot. So we're going to add Dan Johnson to the 40-man. We're going to call him up to the major leagues, and we're going to send Cole Carrig down to AAA and play every day down there. And that will affect our lineups specifically against right-handed pitching. Even though Caro's on fire, maybe I'll wait and see how he does. But Johnson, we're going to need that bat at some point during the rest of the season. Maybe I'll do it for one series against Cleveland. We'll take Caro out and put in Dan Johnson behind the plate. And I will show you. Cutter Crawford's right-handed. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you a player lock here with Dan Johnson making his major league debut at Cleveland. And then we'll get into the rest of the episode and get this season moving along. And hopefully we can have a lot of playoff games for you. And here we are in Cleveland, Ohio, for the White Sox Guardians game. You can see we are considerably better than them at the moment, and we're all here mainly for this. Dan Johnson making his major league debut. Excellent contact hitter. Needs to work on his power, but you can see he hit .322 in the minors this year, OPS at .846, and he'll be facing Cutter Crawford, 7-4 with a .323 ERA. Pretty good season for Crawford. And we're going to hop to the top of the second inning. Scoreless game. Got a ground out and a strikeout and a single. So that's where Johnson's going to come in now. 1 on, 2 out. The first major league at-bat against Cutter Crawford. Takes pitch, strike, throw down. And Canoni steals second base. There we go. That's good because Dan Johnson has 81 clutch. So here he is, 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Freeman's going to have that, and that'll be the first out, his first at-bat. Hopefully that clutch will kick in sometime down the road when we need it. As we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Now we go to the top of the fifth. It's 2-1 game, Cleveland. Johnson's going to be leading off here for the Sox. And here we are, batting lead off in the fifth. 1-2 pitch from Crawford. And it's going to be a smash foul down the third base line. A little out in front of that pitch. 1-2 pitch from Johnson on the way. And it's going to be a pop foul along the first base side over by the stands. And John Kenzie Noel's got it. And that's the first out of the inning. Then we're going to hop to the top of the 7th inning. De La Rosa doubled. Villa flies out. Canone's infield hits. We got men at the corners and 1 out for Dan Johnson. Perfect spot for this guy. Johnson was a 2nd-round pick in 2026 behind Dexter Watley and Damon Burke. So let's see if his 81 clutch will kick in right now. All right, men at the corners, 1 out. Count 2-2. Tim Herron on the mound. And here's a tapper to third base. Grabbed by Fry. Throws the second for 1 on the first and a double play. So not a clutch performance there by Johnson. We're going to hop to the 9th. It's now 5-2 Cleveland. Canone's led off with a strikeout. See if Johnson can get that first MLB hit in this at-bat. All right, nobody on, 1 out. 3-1 pitch from Hagen Smith, and it's low for ball 4, so doesn't get his first major league hit, but he does get on base for the first time. Roman Anthony would walk. Alvin Maddox would get an RBI single driving in Johnson. Colson Montgomery up, tying run at first now. Only 1 out. Let's hop in and watch this at-bat by Monty. All right, you see he's 3 for 3, having a great game. 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a pop-up on the infield. It's going to be an infield fly. Batter's automatically out. And that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. And they're going to bring in their closer now, Emmanuel Clase. Smith threw a lot of pitches that inning. Clase not having his normal type of season. Hopefully we can get to him, especially since Jack is at the plate. So we got 2 on, 2 out. Caglione up. 3-1 pitch from Clase. It's a fly ball down the left field line. Curving foul. See if he can straighten that out. 2 on, 2 out. 3-2 pitch. Runners off with the pitch. And swings and misses on a nasty cutter down and in. And the Guardians win. Tough loss for the Sox. Had the right guys up in the 9th, couldn't get him in. You can see 2 hits for Maddox, 3 for Montgomery, 2 for De La Rosa, 2 for Quinones. Johnson 0 for 3, but he does walk and score a run. Medrano, not bad, 2 runs in 6 innings, but Ben Harris got lit up for 3 and 2/3 of an inning, and that proved to be the difference in the game. You can see a bunch of guys on the Cleveland side with 2 hits. Great performance by Crawford, and the Sox drop it. Also, you can see we lost Chase Chaney on waivers to the Phillies, so thanks for your service, Chase Chaney. And the next day, the Sox would win, beating Cleveland 3-2. Check out the box score. Home runs by Alvin Maddox, Colson Montgomery, Jack Caglione. Maddox, Caglione, and De La Rosa, 2 hits each. Davy Garcia pitches very well. Garrett Lewis gives up a run in the 9th, but gets his 32nd win as Ben Harris steals the win away from Garcia. And in Game 3, Ricky McCann, Shane Bieber. Sox win that one 5-0. 2 hits for Jack, 2 for De La Rosa, 2 for Quinones. Home run by De La Rosa. Stealing bases by Anthony Maddox. McCann, 8 1/3 shutout innings. Bo Brisky finishes it off. Dan Johnson still looking for his first major league hit. And since Caro was hot when I took him out of the lineup to put Johnson in for his debut, we're going to go back to Caro and make sure we don't lose that hot streak for him. And Dan Johnson will continue to search for his first major league hit. And following up that Cleveland series win, we turn around and get swept at Miami. Not a good look there. Did score some runs. Pitching let us down. But now we have this big, important series with Minnesota. We are 2.5 games back. 3 at home against Minnesota. So we're going to go in here, quick manage these games as quick as we can, get through them, and get into the draft so I can get that finished and show you the results and move forward with the rest of the month. All right, Game 1, Davy Garcia against David Festa. All right, Walker Jenkins leading off. He strikes out. Correa flies out. Riley Green, that dude crushed us. Look, he's hitting 297 on the season. He singles. Wallner singles. We got 2 on and 2 out for Miranda. He singles. 3 straight 2-out singles. It's 1-0 Minnesota. And we get out of the inning. Now David Festa on the mound for Minnesota. Anthony strikes out. Maddox singles. Fielder's choice erases him. Jack with an RBI triple. There we go. And Watley ends the inning. So it's tied at 1 going to the 2nd. Give up a double. A ground out. And we get out of the inning with no runs scored. De La Rosa grounds out. Villa walks. Quinones, fielder's choice. Caro singles. We have 2 on, 2 out for Anthony. And he gets the 3rd out. Correa flies out. Green flies out. Wallner strikes out. Maddox flies out. Colson flies out. Jack with a solo homer. He's got a triple and a home run and 2 ABs. Just a single and a double away from the cycle. Whatley ends the inning with a pop out. A ground out, a strikeout, and a line out. De La Rosa strikes out. Villa grounds out. And a fly out to end the inning. Edward Julian walks. Keishel strikes out. Jenkins singles. We have 2 on, 1 out. Correa ends the inning with a double play. There we go. Caro singles. He's still on his hot streak. Anthony flies out. Maddox singles. We have 2 on, 1 out for Montgomery. And he triples. That's 2 triples in this game for the White Sox. They're up 4-1. Jack knocks him in. New pitcher now. Marco Raya comes in. Whatley flies out. And a ground out ends the inning. So 5 runs. So 3 runs in the bottom of the third makes it a 5-1 lead. Green strikes out. Wallner grounds out. Miranda grounds out. Via K's, Quinones grounds out. Caro grounds out the end of the inning. Go to the 7th. Line out, fly out, triple by Julian, triple by Keishel. That's 4 triples in one game. I've never seen that. Single by Jenkins is now 5-3, and we got to get him out of the game. Let's see. Let's go with Jose Hernandez. And he caught stealing, so he's gunned down. Way to go, Caro. So 5-3 lead, bottom of the 7th. Anthony singles. Maddox double play, takes care of that. Monty singles. Come on, Jack. He draws a walk. 2 on, 2 out for Whatley. Double. There we go. Drives in both runners. It's 7-3 White Sox. Zebby Matthews comes in the pitch. De La Rosa pops out. So Hernandez didn't get to base. He didn't throw any pitches. He did throw a pitch, got caught stealing. Gives up a single to Correa, double play to Riley Green, and Wallner lines out. I brought him in specifically for those 2 left-handed batters. Bottom of the 8th, Villa pops out, Quinones walks, Caro fielder's choice, Anthony flies out. So we go to the 9th, new pitcher coming in. Let's go with, I don't want to use Lewis. Let's go with Miguel. Gives up a single. Double play, walk, and there we go. Sox win 7-3. Look at that box score real quick. We gave up 10 hits. Everybody but Langoliers on their team had a hit. On our side, we had 11 hits. 2 for Maddox, 2 for Colson, 3 for Jack. Single, triple, and a home run. So he was a double shy of the cycle. Garcia effective for 6 innings. Bullpen does their job. And the Sox win game 1, 7-3. That puts us a game and a half back. All right, game 2, Ricky McCann against Casey Mize. All right, Walker Jenkins grounds out. Correa strikes out. Green grounds out. Anthony flies out. Maddox flies out. Monty walks. Come on, Jack. Nope, he struck out. So not much contact early in this game. And as I say it happens. Miranda singles. Vaughn erases him in a double play. 2 out walk. The catcher steals second. Steal rating of 1. He steals second. And a ground out ends the inning. Whatley flies out. De La Rosa singles. Villa strikes out. And Quinones with a 2-run blast to give us the lead. Let's go. Carroll lines out the end of the inning. Get a ground out, a line out. Top of the order, strikeout, fly out, strikeout. Correa gets a hit. Green doubles him in, so it's 2-1. Get a fly out. A single ties the game. Another fly out and strikeout ends the inning. So Minnesota responds. Jack draws a walk. Dexter singles him to third. De La Rosa pops out, and Villa double play ends the inning. That's clutch for them, rough for us. Strikeout, ground out, solo homer by Walker Jenkins. Correa walks. Green doubles him in, so now it's 4-2. McCann struggling right now. Single makes it 5-2, and a flyout gets out of the inning. Probably have to take him out. Quinones singles. Caro fielder's choice, a flyout, and a strikeout. So bottom third of the order. Let's go one more time. Fly out, line out, fly out. That's it for McCann. Strikeout, ground out, and a fly out. So Casey Mize is settling in. Let's change this pitcher up, and let's go with, where are we at? 7th inning. Let's go with Patino. The fly out, a pop out, and a pop out. All right, sticks need to get going. Got a ground out, a fly out, and another fly out. So Patino, 2 strikeouts and a walk, 3 strikeouts and a walk. All right, bottom of the 8th, Caro. Singles to get it going. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, boys. Anthony flies out. Maddox strikes out. Let's go, Monty. Nope. Fielder's choice. And we'll just leave him in. Fly out. Strikeout. Strikeout. All right. Need 3 runs. Alex Lang coming in for the save. Gets a strikeout, a ground out, and take the loss. We're up 2-0. Gave up 5 runs in the 4th and 5th inning combined and take the loss. All right, game 3, Cade Cavalli against Joe Ryan. All right, top of the 1st, Walker Jenkins strikes out. Correa strikes out. Riley Green grounds out. You see down at the bottom of the order there, Dan Johnson is back in. Caro's getting a little tired. So maybe we'll see Dan Johnson's first Major League hit on camera after all, just not with gameplay. Anthony grounds out. Maddox pops out. Monty grounds out. So 6 up, 6 down. Wallner walks. Double play. Somebody got hurt. It's like Quinones got hurt. And a flyout ends the inning. So yeah, Quinones is, no, Maddox got hurt. So Brito's in at second. Quinones is playing third. So we lost Maddox. Not good. Jack singles to start the bottom half. Pop out. Fielder's choice. And a line out. Ground out. Single. Strikeout. Single. Ground out ends the inning. Quinones. Singles. All right, Dan, can you get your first Major League hit? Yes, there it is. His first Major League hit. Men at the corners. Nobody out. Roman Anthony strikes out, as he's prone to do. Brito comes through. He's the one that had the walk-off home run last episode that gets us on the board first. Fielder's choice. Still men at the corners and 2 out. Come on, Jack. Nope. Big strikeout the end of the inning. A ground out, a strikeout, a single, and a fielder's choice. So still 1-0. Fly out, strikeout, and a pop out. Ground out, fly out, ground out. There we go. Quinones strikes out. Dan with his first home run. He gets his first Major League hit and his first Major League home run in the quick sim. My goodness. Of course we can't watch it. Anthony singles to keep the inning going. Fielder's choice, and Monty flies out. So it's 2-0 Sox. Jenkins strikes out. Correa strikes out. Green walks. Wallner walks. Single by Miranda makes it 2-1. Come on. There we go. Strikeout ends the inning. Jack gets us going. Watley singles 2 on, nobody out. Got a pop out and a strikeout. Come on, Quinones. Nope. All right, 7th inning. Got a walk. Double play. Pop out. I think he's done for the day. Zebby comes in. Dan Johnson grounds out. Fly out. And a fly out. So Cavalli, you're done. Good job, Cade. You got 3 lefties coming up. So we're going to go to Hernandez. Get a fly out, an error, a single, and new pitcher. Going to bring in Bo Brisky. And we're going to bring in North. Accidentally. Want to take Brisky, end up with North. And it doesn't matter. We get out of the jam. All right. Monty, there we go. Solo home run. Gives us some insurance. Ground out, a ground out. And now we're going to bring in Garrett Lewis, well rested. Try and get this save. An error. A fly out. A line out. Let's go. There it is. And Maddox, will just keep him active. And the Sox win 3-1. Win the series 2-1. See, scattered 5 hits, only 2 hits. See, we scattered 5 hits. Miranda had 2 for them. Wallner had 2 walks. Ryan didn't pitch bad, but our pitching was better. Jack had 2 hits, Monty with a home run, Dan Johnson with his first major league hit and his first major league home run. Cavalli was awesome. Bullpen did their job, even though I brought in the wrong reliever with North. But we get the win, and Garrett Lewis has 33 saves, and we are not at the All-Star break. And winning 2 out of 3 in that series puts us only a game and a half behind Minnesota for first place in the division, and still solidly at the top of the wild card. And in the futures game, American League wins 4-2. Not sure why the box score doesn't have the line score across the top, but they scored runs in the middle innings. I quick managed the game to get it over with so I could see the box score, and everybody in our starting lineup had a hit, did not pinch hit for anybody. And Kevin McCann, 2 no-hit innings, does his job, and American League wins 4-2. In the All-Star game, we had 3 pitchers. Anthony Medrano making his first All-Star game appearance, Ricky McCann making his first All-Star game appearance, and Garrett Lewis making his second All-Star game appearance. And we have a player moment here. Hagen Smith working on a no-hitter with nobody out here in the 9th inning. We're going to hop into this game and see if Hagen can finish this off and get his no-no. And first man he's going to face is third baseman Luis Urias. And here's a ground ball to first. Villa knocks it down and races to the bag for the first out. 2 more outs to go. Let's go. Next in is Lazaro Montes. We've seen him in the minors. Dangerous hitter. 1-1 pitch from Smith, and it's inside off the plate for ball 2. He's hitting .244 with 8 home runs and 31 RBI on the season. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far. Smith has 9 Ks on the game. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a fly ball in the left field. De La Rosa is going to have it, and that's 2 down. 1 more to go. Smith has 2 walks in this game, so it's not a perfect game. And the last batter, hopefully, Stone Garrett. See, this is only his 91st pitch. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out, and Hagen Smith has thrown a no-hitter for the White Sox. Oh, my goodness, we actually got it on camera. Hagen Smith no-hits the Mariners. The 21st no-hitter in White Sox history, the first since 2021, Carlos Rodon. And the Sox win 4-0. Hagen Smith, 10 Ks, 2 walks. C. Maddox, 3 hits. Monty, 3 hits. But the big man of the day, Hagen Smith, 2 walks, 10 Ks, and a no-hitter. My goodness. And not only do we have Art Rocha struggling, hitting 197, starting to regress across the board. Jeremy De La Rosa, he's hitting .252, which isn't bad. And we have Alfredo Villa hitting .234. Thought he would hit a little bit better than that. He did last year when he first came up. We have Alan Gage hitting .299 with 11 home runs, 11 steals, 20 doubles, .299 average, .355 on base, tearing it up down in AAA. And it is time to bring him up with that 80 contact against righties, 77 against lefties, 84 clutch. He can play first, left, and right. And what I think I'm going to do is send Rocha down, and Gage is going to start playing left field instead of De La Rosa. And if Villa doesn't pick it up, then we'll move Gage back to first, put De La Rosa in left, and go from there. We lose a little flexibility with Rocha being able to play third, but we still have Brito, we still have Groshans, we have other guys that can play third base. So, Alan Gage, let's get you on the 40-man roster and get you called up to the major leagues. And Alan Gage is going to make his major league debut the very next day after Hagen Smith's no-hitter. He's going to take on George Kirby and the Mariners. And he's going to be hitting 6th in the lineup, playing left field between Dexter Watley and Alfredo Villa. So welcome to the show, Alan Gage. And here we are at the show. We just mentioned, welcome in Alan Gage, your major league debut against the Seattle Mariners, a home game. You can see where you're continuing an excellent season here. Sox run out on the field. There he is, major league debut, playing left field. He also plays first base. Exactly. Welcome, Chicago, Alan Gage. We traded for him in the 2027 offseason with a trade with the Cubs. Sent Shane Drohan and another pitcher to them for Gage, number 1 prospect in the majors. And we're going to hop ahead here to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Alvin Maddox with a solo homer gets us on the board in the first. Dexter Watley leads off the second with a single. We get our first AB. with Alan Gage. And Gage is going to face George Kirby, tough right-hander on the mound here for Seattle. Runner goes, throw down, and Watley's safe. Steals second base. There we go. Gage going to get an RBI chance early here as Watley steals his 10th bag of the season. Take a look at this replay. Great jump in way ahead of the tag. All right, he's got a man on second, nobody out. 1-2 pitch from Kirby. And he's going to swing and miss and strike out. So blows the fastball by him. First AB doesn't go well. See this replay right down the middle, right through his bat. Warped right through the bat. Now we're going to jump ahead to the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 Sox. We got a man on first and 2 outs. Jack got a single. Need a big hit here from Gage. Kirby's 1-2 pitch is on the way. And it's going to be a pop fly into left field. Drifting over is Trevor Larnach, and he's under it for the 3rd out. So the Sox do not add on to their 1-0 lead. And we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still 1-0 Sox. Dexter Watley leads off with a ground out, and that'll bring up Gage for his 3rd AB in the majors. Gage up here with 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. 2-2 count. George Kirby still in the game. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball into right center field. Drifting over. Julio Rodriguez coming out of center field. He's going to grab it, and that's going to be the 2nd out. So Gage goes 0 for 3 in his debut. See if he gets another at-bat. And he would not get another at-bat, but the Sox win. Thriller. 1-0 win. Medrano moves to 12-3 as they beat George Kirby and the Mariners on Maddox's home run. Garrett Lewis 36th save as we take the series lead 2-0. Check out this box score. 2 hits for Cole Young. Otherwise, scattered hits, 13 strikeouts for the Sox pitchers. Kirby pitched great, takes the loss because of that Alvin Maddox first inning home run. We only had 7 hits ourselves. Only struck out 5 times. That's good. Medrano, 2 hits, 1 walk, 8 Ks in 6 innings, and the bullpen holds on as we beat the Mariners 1-0. And the very next day, Alan Gage gets his first major league hit, going 1 for 4 in a 3-2 10-inning loss to Seattle. Dexter Watley with a home run. And Ben Harris takes the loss, giving up that 1 run in the 10th inning after the Sox tied it in the bottom of the 9th. And I didn't really want to, but I had to put Robert Canning on waivers to get him off the 40-man roster. He's 27 years old. He didn't see much of a future with us at the major league level, but unfortunately the Rays, who desperately need catching, claimed him off waivers. So now we are a catcher short, and we lost one of our early draft picks that we took on an older player that just didn't quite work out. And we didn't have to wait too long for it. Alan Gage gets his first major league home run here against the Royals in a 3-2 loss. So got his first hit out of the way, first home run out of the way. Let's hope he stays hot, gets hot, help the Sox win the division. If not, take one of the top wild card spots. And Hagen Smith, in his first start since the no-hitter, does not throw back-to-back no-hitters, but 5-2 win. Sean Canones with a home run. Montgomery 2 hits, Anthony 2 hits, Hagen Smith 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. He goes to 9-8, and Garrett Lewis with his 37th save. And now it's time to take a look at our draft class, our very last draft class. I will tell you ahead of time, I did not do a ton of scouting on hitters. I wasn't as in-depth. I knew it was going to be our last one. None of these guys are going to make the major league team. And I actually tried to get as many closing pitchers, relief pitchers scouted up so we could try and snag one with our second pick in the draft. And unfortunately, there was not enough good starting pitchers or hitters for the first round. In fact, there were a couple of guys I was interested in, and they both got snatched earlier than I expected. So we ended up taking a closer in the first round. He's 94 potential, 69 overall, and he would not be very far off from the majors if we were going to continue this. Got a 77 overall, 87 potential Sean Valenzuela, really good strikeouts and walks per 9. Was able to get him with our second pick. Johnny Richmond, he's only 57 overall, 87 potential, just a long-term guy. Took a shot on this left fielder, Michael Novikas, 78 overall, 57 overall, 78 potential. And of course, 28 durability, because this game, anytime you have a decent hitter, they love to give them bad durability. Juan Castilla, another starting pitcher, 56 overall, but 93 potential, low hits and low strikeouts. There was just not a lot in this draft. Mark Hagen, 64 overall, 85 potential, 95 velocity is pretty good. And then we took another swing late, 53 overall, 71 potential. Bryce Dillon, just was not enough hitting that I was really interested in. We were picking 18th, so we didn't have a lot of options in the middle of the first round. Like I said, 2 guys we wanted went before our pick. See what we have. Orlando Coleman, very low hits per 9. Anybody else at the top? I know there was supposed to be a generational catcher. Ozzie went before our pick. There's supposed to be a generational catcher, and I think he went first overall. There's a 67 overall, 94 potential pitcher. There he is. Robert Schultz, 99 potential, 79 overall catcher. Where were these guys when we were taking the number 1 pick overall? That's definitely, we're not there. I mean, it said as soon as we got out of the top 5, they were going to have a generational player. And there we go, right there. Generational catcher, Robert Schultz at 18 years old. And this was the guy I wanted to take with our first pick. 70 overall, 88 potential, Mike Villalobos. Great contact, vision, discipline, clutch. And he went before we could get to him. And so there we have it. That was our last draft. Nothing special other than a generational player that we couldn't take, even when we had all those early picks in previous years. So it's just the way it goes. And this is our last series against the Twins for the season. Right now, we are 1/2 game behind them in the standings. Our last chance to jump ahead of them. We're going to get all the way through the 16th of August in this episode, and then we'll finish the regular season up with the next one. But we're going to go game by game on this one. We'll just sim and look at the box score. Anthony Medrano, 12-3, up against Joe Ryan, 10-2. Good pitchers match. Here we go. And the Sox win 5-4. Let's check this out. We scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th to win the game. Wow. 3 hits for Maddox, 3 hits for Montgomery, 2 hits for Jack, 2 for Gage. Home run by Montgomery and Jack. 2 steals by Maddox and Gage, 1 by Watley. Ben Harris gave it up, but Miguel Rodriguez and Garrett Lewis nailed it down as we come from behind and win a 5-4 game at Minnesota. Game 2, Davey Garcia against Simeon Woods Richardson. And we lose that 8-4. 2 hits for Roman, 2 for Watley, 3 for Quinones, 2 for Villa. Quinones with a home run. Garcia got pounded, 7 runs, 6 hits, and 2 1/3 innings. And now it comes down to game 3. We win game 3. We jump to first place by a half game. Ricky McCann, who's 12-6 against Pablo Lopez. And we lose 4-3. 2 hits for Colson. Quinones with 2 RBI. And it's like Jose Hernandez, 15-inning game, so just couldn't get timely hitting, I guess. And we dropped 2 out of 3 to Minnesota to finish off the season. And now we stand 1.5 games back. Royals are 6 games behind us. Wild card standings, we have a 6-game lead over the Royals. We are well locked in on a playoff spot. Just got to finish up this season strong, get on to the playoffs. And after the Minnesota series, we ran into Oakland, won 2 out of 3, went to Chicago and split for 2. And then we came back home and swept the Yankees. Look at this. Game 1, we win 1-0 on a Roman Anthony solo shot in the 6th. 7 shutout innings for Cade Cavalli. Game 2, we win 1-0 on a solo shot in the 7th by Edgar Caro. Hagen Smith, 10-6. Garrett Lewis up to 41 saves. And then game 3, we win 5-4. Roman Anthony with a solo homer. Jack Caglione with a solo homer. Colson Montgomery with 3 solo homers. We hit 5 home runs in this game. My goodness. And Medrano doesn't get the decision. He gives up 1 run in 7 innings. Lewis blows the save. Got hammered in the 9th there. Ben Harris gets the win. But yeah, we scored 7 runs in 3 games, and they were all 7 solo homers. I've never seen that before. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. You can see we finished at 71-51 in the middle of August. We are still a half game behind the Twins. I believe the Twins played the Royals, and the Royals lost 2 out of 3. That should help us in the standings. Take a look at that real quick. 1 second here. We're half game back in the division, and we're way up in the wild card. Looks like we almost have a playoff spot locked up, so I can't wait to get some playoff games on the channel. But next episode, we will finish out the rest of the regular season. I'm contemplating bringing up Acevedo as our September call-up, kind of see how Davy Garcia and Cade Valley are doing. But it's been an incredible 2 episodes here. The no-hitter by Hagen, 7 solo homers in the series against the Yankees, 3 by Colson Montgomery in 1 game. So if you like the content, please click like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you very soon with the next episode of Chicago White Sox Draft Only Franchise.